How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are with the buyer, maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Let's get into the video. First, I'm going to take a sip of water. I forgot to do that before I started. But, all right. So, AMC, Robinhood. I mean, so much stuff going on today. At some point, I may get a call from my little nephew. Happy birthday to Roman. And if he calls me, I'm just going to do a quick pause because he is obviously my top priority. So we'll see if I get a call here. If not, that's all right. We'll keep it going. The show will go on. But let me say hi to the chat. We'll talk about good old AMC. We'll talk about Robinhood IPO. We'll talk about everything going on, and we'll see what's happening. All right. So Lee, yo, welcome. Dog, good evening. Diane, hello, welcome. Lee says, I bought 3,400 shares of Robinhood. Said no one ever. No one anywhere. Same thing. Robinhood shares. Dan, Hood for garbage. Ooh, Miss Rodriguez, hello. Dog says, Corey, silly question here, but if the dark pool is showing its a share price of $8,000 per share, do you think that one way or another we would hit that price? I'm a little confused. Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna pretend. Here's it. I've always told you guys I'm not gonna pretend to be anything I'm not. I really don't understand how it's showing $8,000 in the dark pool, how the price is showing that. I really can't justify that being the price because it just doesn't make any sense to me, right? If it is that priced in the dark pool, and the dark pools and stuff, I don't know why it wouldn't reflect as the actual share of the price, and wouldn't it still make a lot of sense for them to continue to just short the regular stock or whatever, and not really touch the dark pools because it's so expensive, unless they're going to lose so much money that they would rather mess with it in the dark pools. Just like, there's some logical thoughts that seem logical to me, but maybe I'm completely off and I sound like an insane person. But who knows what is going on? Oh, I think this is Roman. Let me see if this is him. Give me 1 second. Let me mute this. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Extremely happy. Oh, my gosh, the love for these little nephews, I wanted to put him on. He's just so handsome. He's at Kobe's Steakhouse right now doing he's I don't know where he got this like king crown from. Oh my gosh, it just makes me so happy. Makes me so freaking happy to see that kid. I have well, anyways, I'm not gonna get into my whole life right this second, but just loving it. But anyway, so we were talking about the dark pools and stuff. So yeah, I'm not really sure why like the dark pools are showing that kind of price. Just truthfully, I'll kind of wrap it up there. Very strange, but we'll have to see. I don't know what this is. I don't want no nothing. So that's that. Shenanigans are real. Lurking, hello, welcome. Anybody see the Vlad interview? Oh, I did not see the Vlad interview. Kept mentioning us apes. Yeah, here's the deal. I mean, remember, Vlad messed up. I mean, Robinhood really messed up and everything going on. They should not have done what they did. And look what happened. I mean, imagine you spend years, being the platform for all of the now apes, right? All of these apes were on Robinhood. These guys essentially were a staging platform for all of these apes. And then what did they do? They handed it on a silver platter to whoever didn't halt trading, right? In this case, Fidelity. I feel like most of the apes probably went to Fidelity. And imagine how happy. I think I saw an interview or something from Fidelity. I didn't get to watch it. I was at work. But I saw that somebody was really hyping up Fidelity in the, I think the GameStop one of the GameStop subreddits. And, they wanted, it was just cool. Man, Robinhood really messed up. They had all these people ready to go happy, and they ruined it for who knows what they ruined it for, whether it was their own fault, whether they actually did have a liquidity issue, whether Citadel told them to pull the plug, who knows what it was. Either way, this shows you this is going to be one of the biggest case studies if you ever went to like college or anything. A lot of things are case studies, and whenever you're doing case studies, it's a fantastic way to learn. I learned about so many interesting business ventures that were ruined because of small little things, right? And this is one of those. It's just awful. It's terrible. So yeah, Angelina, you made it. Welcome. Diane, thank you for the happy birthday to Roman. Let me see. Why wasn't the public let in on the share count? Thanks, Corey. Why wasn't the public let in on the share count? I think they're going to announce the share count. Don't they typically announce the share count afterwards for AMC and stuff? They announce, I think they did that historically or previously. Maybe it wasn't the exact share count. Maybe it was how many apes. Oh yeah, maybe it wasn't the exact share count. Maybe it was how many apes there are. But I think Adam Aaron might have. I really can't recall. Can anyone recall if Adam Aaron said anything about how many shares there were? I know he said there were at the end of it. I think it was 4.2 million apes or something at the end of it all, or something weird like that. But I don't think he actually said the share amount that AMC had. I think he kind of said that there's nothing. Did he say there's nothing out of the ordinary? I really can't recall, or he didn't mention it. I can't recall, but. Let me know if anyone remembers what they said. Vlad didn't like it when asked if Robinhood would become a meme stock. Here's the deal. I always say this. I always say I don't really care for the term meme stock. I don't feel like any of these stocks are really meme stocks. Especially like AMC. I really don't feel like AMC is a meme stock. It's under a category of like meme stocks, but realistically, like AMC is just in my opinion, it's just a good stock. Like I really like the stock. It's not like it's hyperinflated from what it should have been, especially whenever it was at $10. I hated it really whenever people were calling it a meme stock at $10, and it was like, how is it a meme stock? Like they were literally on the verge of bankruptcy. They're not going bankrupt anymore. There's so much momentum behind it. How is this a meme stock? But I understand it's kind of the momentum. It's not necessarily meme. But anyways, now Vlad gets to see what it's going to be like. And unfortunately for Robinhood and Vlad, like this is going to be the legacy for who knows how many years, right? Who knows how many decades people are going to remember what they did. I retweeted, if you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted. Well, let me pull it up really quick. This right here is from Unusual Whales. They said, today, Robinhood IPOs. Remember this image. The game has just begun. I didn't care too much for the last part, but I do care. This is boom. Sorry, this order can't be canceled. Like as we place it to mitigate your risk, they were selling people's orders. This person, look, this is a market sell for GameStop, a market sell, not a limit sell, a market sell just to get it out at whatever cost. They try to do best price, in payment for order flow and all that, but it's not always the case with Robinhood, allegedly, right? It's how it seems, and we can see it here. Market sell, GameStop, error. So this person is trying to cancel this automated market sell that Robinhood did, and boom, we can see right here. So we're sorry, order can't be canceled, as we placed it to mitigate the risk to your account. So they are talking about, and again, this is my freaking least favorite thing, right? That they've been talking about, even the congressional hearings, even some of the representatives in the congressional hearings, right? They're talking about saving us from ourselves. And we don't need to be saved from ourselves. The retail investors do not need to be saved by themselves, right? Saved from themselves. That is not how it works. Like, you don't tell me, hey, you're not allowed to drive because it's dangerous. You could crash, right? Imagine if the government started telling us that kind of stuff, right? That it just doesn't make any sense. You know, they don't tell you, hey, you can't eat sugar because it's gonna, it's bad for you. You know, who knows what's gonna happen to you? All this stuff. They don't say that kind of stuff. And Robinhood should not be allowed to sell people stocks because they feel like it's the best play for them or whatever, right? Because they don't care about that. They don't make money this way. They make money. Well, I'm sure they make micro pennies on all this other stuff. You know, they make money other way, but it's all very, very, very messed up. So I tweeted this out because very just obviously extremely passionate about everything going on with this market. I want a fair market, which is not, it shouldn't be that much to ask to have a fair market where people can't manipulate it like they've been manipulating it seemingly for decades. So I just wanted to put that out there. Let's go back to this. All right, let me catch up on the chat, and then we're going to talk about good old AMC, GameStop, go into Ortex data, all the good stuff. You guys know how it is. So Diane says, to my understanding, a share count was not done this round. It was done last time. They can say how many voted, but will not see that for a few days when verified. Thank you, Diane. He just said 80% of the stock was owned by 4 million shareholders. That was basically the share count results. All right, thank you, Lurking. So we're not gonna get another share count because that was a share count. All right. Like Robinhood, they are criminals. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Macamania? Grant doubled. Wow, doubled your position today in AMC. My goodness. I think we have a few strong months ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's up, guys? JD. All right, let's talk about AMC. AMC ended the day at $38.13, down 1.98% on the day. In the after hours, down just a tad, 0.66%, down to $37.88. And, we're back in this kind of consolidation phase, still consolidating. I know I had this here set up here, but realistically, it does respect for me to move this down and continue to work on this squeeze, kind of like a little squeeze down here, a little wedge. And see which way we break through. So we've been in this kind of position before, and last time, it was over here. It really didn't go so well for us. But either way, I'm still pretty optimistic this is going to continue to be bullish, and just waiting for another move. Right? I personally feel like there's going to be another move, but I don't think there's, I think it'll be okay. What's up, Bitsy? Itsy Bitsy? All right, GameStop. So GameStop ended the day at $164.86, down 2.52% on the day. In the after hours, just up a tad at 0.08%. So nothing too crazy, but over here we can see that, it did break our dang level of support. Are you kidding me here? Oh, let me bring that back up. Bring this here, then we'll bring this. We'll see how we feel about that. We did break my original level of support that I was hoping for, which is a little unfortunate. But either way, we're still kind of supporting here. We'll see if it actually, we could potentially get a bounce around here. 164. I don't want to draw horizontal. Oh, I'll just draw it anyways. I just have so many lines going on. I'm gonna have to start clearing these up. I think there's a good little line right here that we're looking for a bounce. I would love to see a bounce around 164.86. Or what is this? Just a little bit lower, 164. We'll call it 164, sure. I'd love to see a little bounce here and, continue on an upward trend. But right now, we know it's just a little bit of consolidation, right? We're just kind of holding strong and waiting and waiting and waiting. But, it is what it is. Some AMC YouTubers acting weird lately. I think it's because there's no more DD to do. Let's see. Angelina, I'm getting a little frustrated with these trading groups won't let AMC in their conversations. Worries me a bit. Yeah, here's the deal. You know, AMC is a weird thing, guys. Like AMC is a, you know, I think you either get it or you don't. You're in it or you're not. Some people probably view AMC people as extremists, or I don't know how they view us. You know, I'm too in it to kind of see how people might be thinking of us, but you know, I feel like they probably think we're extremists, especially if they don't know the DD, right? Can you imagine if I'm saying this stock is going to go to $100, or you know, well over $100 or whatever, and you know, I'm just shouting at the top of the roof, you know, the mountains or whatever, and people don't understand, like, why is this person saying this stuff? Like, why does this person think this? Like, you know what I mean? It could go any which way, but you know, they may not understand. So they kind of like, you know what, we're just going to separate ourselves from you. And a lot of people, they try to, you know, promote AMC and let people know and kind of let them know the word of AMC, what's going on. But, you know, it could be off-putting. I'm sure. I would assume it could be off-putting. I talk about it all the time. I try not to talk about it with everyone all day because I know how it could be, you know, could sound or come off, or I don't want to be pushy, stuff like that. But, you know, realistically, if people, I just, you know, keep the AMC to the AMC people. And if people want to talk about other plays, I love to talk about other plays with people, even though I love AMC so much. So yeah. Let's look at the tops for the days and we'll hop into the Ortex data. This stock ran right here, up 133% on the day. Never heard of that one, but let's see if there's anything we recognize over here. Nope. Losers. Oh, Nicola, yikes. All right, that seems to be it. Actually, before I go anywhere, let's talk about Robinhood really quick. Robinhood. As we all know, I do not like IPOs at all. I try to stay away from IPOs. They're super risky. And this IPO we talked about yesterday, I did not want to touch it in the least bit, right? Absolutely not. In no way do I want to touch this thing. Whether it's positive or negative. I'm going to watch it from a safe distance, aka not with a position. Okay, and me not taking a position is great. So we can see they started at $38. I think they were supposed to IPO at $38. Looks like they had a little candle go all the way up to 40.22, and then very quickly afterwards kind of retraced, right? I caught it here whenever it launched at 33.35. Excuse me. And I saw it here and I was just like, well, I knew they started at 38 and I was like, oh, that's on. All right, well, there you go then. And either way, you know, it looks like it tried to bounce and then it just fell down. We'll see which way this goes. I mean, here's the deal. This stock could go to $100. This stock could go to $0. I'm not going to touch it. If this stock magically goes to $100 whenever no one is really touching it, Robinhood, here's the deal. Like, take away the sentiment of the stock, right? Robinhood just lost. Think about how many apes they just lost from this. They're going through a bunch of lawsuits. They're going through, you know, investigations from the, I think, SEC, FINRA. They literally set a record for the highest, is it FINRA fine? Holy smokes, right? Like, if this stock magically goes up, you know, there's no way that this stock goes up whenever they're going through all of those negative things. They, like I said, they lost a bunch of their business. If this stock goes up, then something's not right. Something is not right. There's no reason from a fundamental standpoint that this stock should go up. And if this stock actually goes, if it's green, if it goes anywhere above $40 and like closes or whatever, I'm going to be extremely shocked because it doesn't make any sense. This company is not, in my personal, this is all my personal opinion, obviously. My personal opinion, this is not the kind of fundamentals that you want to be investing in, right? Like, doesn't make any sense. Eric says core Robinhood is worth dollars to me. Someone would have to pay me to own it. They would have to, I mean, even then, I wouldn't even want to hold the shares. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anyone thinking that I'm buying the shares and holding it because I see any value in this company. That's how much I don't want to like touch the stock. Like, I wouldn't even want someone to pay me to hold it because I don't want anyone, like the system or however it thinks, to think like I want to hold a share. You know what I mean? Like, oh, just get me riled up. I got to drink some calm down water. Let's see. Eric says, Corey, how you doing? Doing fantastic, my friend. Made some good money today on Nikola puts. It's never a good day when your founder gets indicted by the feds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you must have got that news early because I didn't even know that happened. I need better news sources or something because I didn't even know about that. Not looking good. Sammy, what's up? Welcome. Peter thinks Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be moving tonight. We'll see. Come back tomorrow if it does, and then tell us you told us so. Connie, what scares me is these big corporations buying millions of shares. That is not good. I'm not sure if they're buying millions of AMC or GameStop or what. If you mean like, I'm not sure what stock that's for, but I like a bunch of larger. Well, I'm kind of on the fence about larger institutions going along on something like AMC, because I feel like they would sell pretty early, right? These guys are super safe, right? So if AMC were to go to, $100 or whatever, even if it's continuing to run, they would probably just get out pretty early, right? I would assume they would get out around $70 or something. And that's just, remember, this is literally arbitrary guesses that I'm coming up with. But I do feel like these larger institutions, the only reason I don't care for them buying so many shares is just because, for that reason, like for them getting out early. But I do appreciate that institutions going along. That tells me, these institutions don't buy shares on something like AMC or GameStop unless they think they're going to make money on it, right? Obviously, they're literally, their job is to make money. And if they were to buy a bunch of shares, I like it, but I don't like the possibilities of what could happen. Let's see. GameStop, where the F was my notification. Always happy to be here with all of you. What's up, GameStop? I really don't know what's going on with these notifications. Again, like I have the same issues with Trey whenever he, posts a video or anything, and I don't get it. What's up, Milio? Buy some puts on Robinhood. Peter, I'm not even buying puts on Robinhood. I legit don't want to touch it either way, right? Because I would hate to buy like a put and then, for all I know, the institutions are going to go long on it. I would love to know the institutional ownership. I think this takes months to update, but I'm going to give them some time to file. Is it 13Fs or whatever they have to file whenever they purchase the stock. I don't think they have to even file it within super quickly either. I think only if they sell, they have to file within 2 days or something. But yeah, I'm not about it. I'm not gonna go long, short, put, call. I'm gonna watch it. Not even on my watch list. I'm just gonna watch it from literally as far as I can without touching it or being a part of it. Okay. Let's see. Diamond says Amsterdam trip after the squeeze. Who's down for Apes Gone Euro? Oh my goodness, that would be wild and crazy. That'd be too crazy. All right, let's go ahead and talk about. So we talked about Robinhood. Let's go ahead and go over to the Ortex data. You guys know I like looking at the Ortex data. I'm trying to fix this. I hate that little bars there. So let's go ahead and go to the Ortex data and go to AMC And let's see which way the wind is blowing. Short interest. Okay, as we can see here, boom. Take a look. Utilization 88.25, shares on loan 97.69, and the short interest continuing to increase 15.69%. It continues to increase, right? And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I love seeing this thing continue to go up. And again, just more so the sentiment of what is going on, meaning that I believe the stock is heavily shorted. They're continuing to short, and it is what it is, right? Beautiful. I love it. So I'm gonna let this continue to do what it's doing. I'm curious about the shares on loan here, and we can see where they've been going. Okay, yeah, so they're at 97. Oh, okay, still at 97. Okay, 95 yesterday, 97 to, is this yesterday? The 23rd? No, I can zoom in, I think, a little bit like this. Where's the 23rd? Right here. It was 95, currently 97. Okay, great. So it is increasing, down just a tad, but no worries. I'm really not worried, like, at all. I forgot to reset this chart. Oh, like that, and then I'll bring this over here. And then I'll zoom in a little bit. Look at the year to date. Look at the 1 year. Great. That's how I do it. I'll put this back on the short interest. Perfect. Nicole, thank you so much for the feedback. If you would like to come on the show, or if you would like to do whatever you'd like, sounds good. Thank you very much. I don't know. Appreciate the feedback. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to receive them. But keep it up. All right, let's go ahead and look over at AMC. I've not been able to look at this. I don't know what we're going to see over here, but I'm very curious to see what we're going to find. Let's see. Let's see what Charles V. Payne said about this. Nicole, I'll tell you what. I give you a trade secret, okay? I promise you, if you don't want to watch the show, you don't have to watch the show. It's all good. I will not be upset. I promise you, okay? If you'd like me to, if you have any, I don't know what I haven't done my research on, I would agree with you that I haven't done my research. We're just kind of having a good time, but it's all good. It's all good. You have a good time. You can head out. But I appreciate you helping the engagement of the channel by continuing to do this. So thank you. All right, so let's see. Charles V. Payne says, I generally don't buy stocks on the first day of trading, but now I'm getting worried about Robinhood IPO. It has been hyped up for days in financial media circles as another gift to individual investors. Discussing, okay, this is what's going on. A trading app that doesn't allow trading is not an app, it's malware. Yeah. Oh no, she bought Robinhood IPO. Oh boy, oh boy. Not good, not good. SEC charged. Oh, this is what you were talking about, Eric. Oh, wait, was it Eric? I think it was. Let's see. SEC charged billionaire Nikola founder Trevor Milton with fraud today. Oh, no. Boy, oh, boy. Having chosen to promote Nikola through social media, Milton was obligated under the SEC, under the securities laws to communicate completely accurately and truthfully. Ooh, I wonder what he said. There's obviously some kind of like specific, I don't know. I wonder, this is crazy. Next up, Kenneth Griffin. Yikes, Reno. Meeting just began. Any more? Wait, more questions? Oh my gosh, is Amazon collapsing? Oh my goodness. And the after hours down 7.18%. That is wild. And it goes by every, so let's see, before it closed, it was at, we'll call it here at 590. Wait, what? 590, it's at 340. Yikes. Not looking good for Amazon. What should I saying about calls starting to squeeze? Anything here, anything here. Gary Gensler on Twitter. Let's take a look. All right, about 6 months ago, a stock went from $20 to $480 and back down to $40 in a matter of weeks. I think these events are part of a larger story about the intersection of finance and technology. When new technologies come along and change the face of finance, how do we continue to achieve our core public policy goals and ensure that markets work for everyday investors? Oh, finally, yeah, that's what this person's saying. Finally, recognition right here. So finally, Gary Gensler is talking about it, right? And this is exactly what the apes want. Him acknowledging it, I think, is huge. I think it's going to finally get all the apes off his back, which I personally, I just don't kind of agree with, like, spamming him with stuff. I think getting his attention is important, although I know for a fact we already have his attention without spamming him. But I think that, you know, him really finally acknowledging it, I think it's going to help everybody. I think it's going to help the apes know, like, hey, there's something going on here. Gary Gensler's looking into it. I think it's going to help Gary Gensler get the freaking apes off his back and let him do what he needs to do, because I've been saying it literally for months. I do believe that these guys are looking into what's going on, but it does take time. And I think as long as it, you know, as long as the conversations don't die down, as long as, you know, people freaking champions like Charles V. Payne, right? As long as people like Charles V. Payne continue talking about it, continue stirring it, continue trying to get Gary Gensler on the show and say, look, like, we're not going anywhere. Like, this is still a thing. This is still happening. What are you going to do about it? And again, shining the light on everything, right? Shining a light on what is going on. As long as they continue to shine the light on what is going on, then that's good stuff. It says it gets even better when we have time. Click the link there. Oh, this link? Oh, yeah, let's find it really quick. Gensler Twitter. Okay, about 6 months ago. Thank you, Dan. Let's take a look. Yes, this one, right? News testimony. Is this the testimony? Let me make sure this is the right link. / testimony. Okay, I guess this is it. Oh boy, this is long. But we'll read the titles really quick. Let's see. So we've all come together to talk about a story of this, which entitles which entities, such as GameStop, Melvin Capital, Reddit, and Robinhood, have garnered a significant amount of attention. The policy issues raised by this winter's volatility go beyond those companies. Instead, I think these events are part of a larger story about the intersection of finance and technology. Now, this could go two different ways. I really don't know which. Okay, here we go. Boom. Thank you, Gary Gensler. Great job. So as we work to protect investors, maintain fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and facilitate capital formation, I'd like to highlight several or 7 factors that were at play in these volatile events, right? Perfect. Bullet points. We love bullet points, don't we, Diane? So, gamification and user experience, which I personally, here's the deal. Gamification of like something like stocks, realistically, most people understand. I would say most people probably agree. I mean, I personally am kind of in the mindset of like, if you really don't know how to trade these stocks, not too comfortable, buying and holding is truly perfectly fine. Like that is an actual real strategy that is very successful. Buying and holding for periods of time, aka years or whatever. Not everybody has time to go in and go crazy, all this craziness. But anyways, so we'll continue to the next one. Payment for order flow. This is the one that I was most excited about to see on this list. Payment for order flow. Like, just talking about it, guys, is such a huge deal. Talking about these issues is so big. Gamification is something, that's one of those things though where they're trying to protect us from ourselves. But there are mental kind of triggers, responses that they do trigger whenever mental responses that they trigger whenever they do gamification. If you've ever known anyone who's played Candy Crush and they're in Candy Crush and playing it all the time, they spend a lot of money. I think my mom plays Candy Crush like crazy, or I don't know if she still does, but she used to. And I know people who play Candy Crush and they're still playing Candy Crush even after all this time. And that kind of gamification is almost borderline like unethical, the way they trigger those dopamine responses in your brain. It's extremely interesting how they're able to do it. It's pretty impressive, but yeah. Let's go ahead and go over here and continue. Equity market structure, short selling and market transparency. Very interesting. Social media, I'm sure that's probably referencing like Elon Musk and stuff like that. Pretty interesting. Market plumbing, clearance and settlement. Okay. System-wide risks, right? I'm not sure exactly what's and it breaks them all down little by little, which is great. This is a fantastic post, fantastic find. Thank you so much, Diane, for pointing this out to me. Excuse me, sorry. Thank you so much, Diane, for pointing this out to me and encouraging me to click this link, because it was 100% worth it. I'm like, this is the kind of stuff that the apes need to see, right? Look, it's great. This is good stuff, okay? Let's go ahead and continue. So we have this one over here. Let's see. You see, I see breaking, but I don't know how legitimate this post is. Let's just click on it. We'll take a look, but just take it slow. I don't know who this person is or if any of this is legit, but let's see. Breaking. So BlackRock and Charles Schwab make massive increases in their AMC position at $40 range, 2 million shares this week alone. Coincidentally, before the share count release, 13F filings in comments. Okay, so I guess the filings are in the comments. But here we go. Not to be a party pooper, but they could just as easily be buying them to loan them out and to make some easy money from the shorts. And I appreciate this person stating this, because I didn't even think about that. And that's a very, very, it seems like a real possibility, right? I mean, who knows why they're buying the shares? Who knows what they're going to do with the shares? Who knows if they're actually long on the shares or anything like that? But could be anything. But again, this is why I take it slow, grain of salt. You know how it is. And the price didn't move. They use dark pools as they were intended to be used. This person thinks $100 soon. Honestly, I mean, I feel like we are ready for a rip. I mean, granted, last time it did take a long time, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more volatile, a lot quicker these days. And I would not be surprised if we see a rip relatively soon, right? Within the next month or two. I would not be surprised in the least bit. It was pretty cool stuff, or interesting stuff, I should say. I don't know if it'll necessarily be cool. This is about AMC? Oh no, this is about AMC. Ooh, AMC meeting recap. Thank you very much, Ape. Adam Aaron says he's closely monitoring the alleged activities regarding AMC and that his team is on top of it. All right, directors were elected, Ernst & Young as the company auditors. The advisory vote on the executive compensation was improved. Share recount coming, right? Okay, perfect. And again, these right here is exactly what I talked about whenever I said I want to give them what they want. I want them to be happy. I want everything to be cool. I don't want any issues. Like, keep them happy, and hopefully they'll keep their shareholders happy, right? Easy peasy. So all good stuff. I appreciate that he said this. I hope that he's actually doing it rather than just saying that he's doing and not doing it, because realistically, he knows that this is what the apes want to hear, and he needed to address it. And I do appreciate that he addressed it, because I'm sure this is probably a careful legal line that he has to follow to do that. And then the share recount coming, looking forward to that. See, hopefully something will be found or explained or something. It's just too weird. Yep, this is the post from Gary Gensler. Love it. Oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Bloomberg, Robinhood has the worst debut ever for IPO of its size. I don't know if I agree with that. Anybody see the well, I don't know what the Coinbase IPO size is, but yikes. That one was a mess. Okay, let's see what this one is. Just know Citadel Connect is not a dark pool. It's worse. Dark pools report eventually. Citadel Connect does not. Oh my gosh. Hashtag dark pool abuse. Suspend dark pools. Let's see here. So this is by Keenan Grace. Build wealth. Just know that Citadel Connect is not a dark pool. It's worse. Dark pools. Okay, here we go. So Finner said, okay, so Connect is averaging around 5 times the volume of Apogee, according to a person with knowledge of the matter, but who asked to remain anonymous because the information is not public. Unlike Apogee, Connect is not classified as an alternative trading system and does not report volumes to FINRA. I mean, we talk about conflicts of interest often on this channel, and I feel like this is, if this is actually true, if this is real, I mean, it was on Reuters. I mean, not that, I don't know if that means anything, but how are you allowed to create your own place to trade that you manage? I mean, how is this allowed? How is this? What? You can make up your own rules in your own trading platform or whatever. Like, you don't have to report it to FINRA. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense at all. It's not an alternative trading system, but it's trading. See, this is this kind of stuff that is truly just shocking to me, right? This is a clear conflict of interest. This is a clear, lack of transparency. It's just so many things that are wrong with this that, you're telling me you can't think of anything wrong, anything that can't go right with this. Like, you're telling me that this is okay, that the DTCC or whoever, does no one need to approve of this being created, of this being allowed? No one needs that? Like, it's just so crazy to me how these kinds of things are allowed to be created. And I don't know what kind of regulation goes into it, right? Who's regulating this? Is the regulation? Are they regulating themselves? Because that's how it seems it just goes. Is it, okay, well, we trust you, Is this a way to go around these DTCC, FCC, or DTCC and SEC rules? Is this a way to... What is happening here, right? Why is this allowed? Why is this created? Just wild. What's up, Umber? Man. Nicole, any thoughts on big well-known YouTube AMC streamers saying they're done talking about AMC. You know, Nicole, personally, I'm really not sure why they're doing that. Me personally, like, I feel like a lot of the DD, you know, I really don't hate on those people. You know, I don't know what their reasoning is. Me personally, I've thought about, you know, just slowing down the AMC talk just a little bit, only because, you know, right now it's just kind of, it's a waiting game, right? It's going to take some time. I'm not going to change my position. I'm not going to stop playing AMC. I'm not going to sell a single share personally, but I would like to start planning for the future, right? Planning for when and if AMC runs, what is my plan going to be, right? I've been literally been talking about this for months. I have some plays that I want to hop in, that I'm going to hop heavy into, and I'm going to diversify, and, you know, but at the same time, I still have more plays that I would love to find, you know, and I feel like with a community, you know, like this, I feel like I could definitely find the kind of plays that I'm looking for, right? We've seen some cool, you guys have shown me some cool stocks that I've saved and I want to look into, and I want to see if I want to go long on them. And there's so many different things. So I really don't, you know, it's such a tricky thing to be an AMC, because, you know, if I were to show up tomorrow and say, look, I'm selling out of AMC, I'm done with AMC, and it's over with, like, I think it's a dead cat, blah blah blah. I mean, we saw what happened with that other streamer, just completely. Well, he actually said, what did he say? He said he didn't want to play it anymore, right? Because there are other plays he wanted to make, and don't get it twisted, right? I think that he is, you know, were there plays to play? Absolutely. These are all plays. AMC was down 2% today. This company right here, if I would have picked this company, I'd be up 65%, 133%, 48%. And I look at that. I would have almost doubled my money, right? I would have gained, you know, 1.5% or whatever. Or one, you know, whatever. I would be up 1.5 times if I would have played one of these stocks, right? Now, the question is, the reason, again, I always say this, the reason I hold AMC is because I'm not going to pick these plays. The likelihood of me picking these plays is probably 1 in a million, or whatever the exact percentage, right? And so that's why I don't hop around. But, you know, for anyone to say there's no other plays other than AMC, I would disagree with, you know, I would disagree. If Trey said AMC is the only play, I would disagree with him, because look, these are all plays that happened, right? Now, these are obviously micro plays, you know, short, very, very short-term plays, hop in, hop out, who knows? But yeah, it's just ridiculous. There we go, full screen. But anyways, you know, I just wanted to bring that up, because I know a lot of people are saying stuff about AMC, and, you know, again, me personally, I do want to talk about more things. I do want to continue to talk about AMC, but I also want to bring in more things, because I don't want people to forget about AMC and think that I hate it, or think that, you know, the work is done, because I personally don't think the work is done. But of course, always make your own financial decisions, right? Always do what you need to do. If you play what you need to play, sell what you need to sell, take care of what you need to take care of, because I don't want anyone to feel any kind of obligation to something they don't believe in, right? This is, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not an influencer. I have no anything, but just keep that in mind. Sorry I went off on you, Nicole, but those are just, you know, just my personal thoughts on it. But I do have, you know, and that brings me back to, you know, plans for the channel. I would love to do Tech Tuesdays. I remember what it was now. It was Tech Tuesdays, Technology Tuesdays. We would talk a little bit about AMC, talk a little bit about like tech stocks, and I think that would be so much fun. You guys could show me new technologies coming out. You guys could show me stocks that you like, that are good on technology, stuff like that. And I think that could be like, for example, would be so much fun. Yo, Sammy, say, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Sammy. Yeah, okay, plays, but in my opinion, you're not going to get the same return you do from AMC. And Sammy, I'd agree with that, which is why I'm not moving around, right? Do I think I'm going to hit do I think I'm going to hit the 50% play, 25% play? I don't think I'm going to hit it every time, right? I don't think it's going to be worth it for me to hop out and then try to hop back in, because for all I know, I'm going to pick the stock. I'm going to pick over here. What was the one that I recognized? Nikola. For all I know, I'm going to pick freaking Nikola, and all of a sudden, they're going to have a hey, what's up, prowess? All of a sudden, this guy's going to be investigated, or whatever happened to him. And that stock is going to drop 15%, right? So not worth it at all for me to go. I mean, remember, I always say, see if there are any stocks that I recognize. I typically don't recognize, 90% of the stocks typically. So I wouldn't have picked it. And that's why I don't switch over. I just keep it because I think in my personal opinion, it's going to be worth it to hold. And currently I see somebody said William, diversification, don't have all your eggs in one basket. Currently, I do have the majority of my eggs in one basket because I think it'll be worth it. But as soon as this play is over, I'm going to be diversifying because I absolutely do not want to have all my eggs in one basket, especially if I think I'm going to be, making some money. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. I think we'll do like some like Technology Tuesdays. What was my Friday one? I'll have to write them down. I still haven't written them down. Silly me. Fortune says, hedgies were caught off guard by GME. They're not going to make the same mistake twice with AMC. Fortune, I see exactly what you're saying, right? From a logical standpoint, that would be smart, right? That would make a lot of sense. And in a perfect, well, not a perfect world, but typically I would agree with something like that, right? I would agree with something saying, they got caught off guard with GameStop. They're not going to make the same mistake with AMC. Well, guess what? I think they already made the same mistake with AMC, right? Think about it. These guys should have covered at, let's go back a little bit. Let's go do a little bit of history. So back here, these guys really should have hopped out or whatever and just been done with it forever whenever it had this run and it dipped back down and went down to $5, right? That's really when they should have got out. But as we know, that's not the case. They did not get out at $5. I had a little fly around me or something. As we know, they did not get out at $5, right? They stayed in, and eventually the stock freaking ran all the way to $70. And this stock running to $70 is insane. Like, I mean, just, you can see it here, right? I mean, why wouldn't they get out when they could have? And then they had a GameStop type situation where the stock just ran, right? And now I think, and I've been saying this, at this point, I have no doubt, I have zero doubt that they are, in my personal opinion, making financial decisions, not financial advice. In my personal opinion, I really think that they are completely stuck. They should have got out. They got greedy. They had big egos and they did not get out, right? And that is what I think is happening. I don't think that these guys are playing this smart. I don't think they're playing it well. And I think that they are losing very, very, very badly. And that's what I think is going on with this stock. And while it would have been very smart, I give you that 100%, right? It would have been very smart for them to not have a similar situation from this one, but to my shock, and I'm sure their shock as well, they're stuck here in this position and they're not gonna try. They don't seem like they want to cover, although they should probably cover, but they're hoping that they're going to be able to bring the stock down, I'm sure, so it can run. But either way, I think these guys are stuck, and while they should have gotten out, I agree. At $5, if I was a hedgie, I would have gotten out at $5, and I would have been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to lose a little bit of money, but a little bit of money is way better than having the stock run to $50 and then have to cover it. Start covering at $50, right? Yikes. Oh, Diane says he did say, I guess the streamer, he did say, give up on it. DD is done. Trading sideways. Have moon plan. Yikes. Yeah. And I did see one more thing about having an exit strategy. All right, I don't remember the exit strategy one, but yeah, I will say be sure you have your exit strategy just thought about a little bit in your head and just play it how you want to play it. All right, kind of leave that there. Is it buy? Let's be clear. We had the run up there whenever it was only 1.8% of the shorts that covered that day. The shares return were just that. Never shorted. Just borrowed return. We ran to 72. Right. So GameStop is right. I mean, this stock just ran. It was just wild, right? It's just never shorted, just borrowed and returned. Yeah, we just ran to 72. I mean, we ran and they didn't even really. They barely covered anything. It's just wild how much this moved. William says they can't drop AMC too low because we buy more shares. That's a great point too, right? No matter how low they drop it, the lower they drop it, the more shares the AMC people buy it because they believe that they know what they're seeing, right? They believe in the stock, they believe in the squeeze, they believe in what is going to happen and what could happen and what seems to be happening. And I don't think you're going to shake the apes at all. Again, I really think the best thing they can do is just cover, just start covering, right? And from a if I were to help the hedgies, chat disconnected. Is my connection messed up? That's weird, but hopefully everything is working fine. If you know the hedgies, I don't know, from a logical standpoint, you think they would want to cover before like the margin calls hit, right? And please don't think I'm giving them the secret sauce because they know all of this. But I think they're just silly. I really think they're just so silly right now. Let's see. Nicole says, I feel like if we switch to brokers who do not use payment for order flow, our orders as retail cannot be routed to dark pools. Right, Nicole, you're right. We did I do a video of that? I think I did a video of that talking about that because yes, you can actually change the payment for order flow, like choose in Fidelity at least, certain brokerages allow you to choose and you can actually choose like where you route your orders to directly to the New York Stock Exchange so that they're not going through anywhere else other than like directly through to help, right? And so I do agree with that. That is kind of a campaign that is going on and I think that people need to look out for that. Right, make the switch if you can, change the order if you can, like the way it works, and hopefully that'll help. Lee, is this month 3, right? You got your gold now, man. Welcome. Love it. That's why they're stuck if they drop the price below fix. Let's see. Patrick says, what are your thoughts for tomorrow? All right, we'll give my thoughts for tomorrow, and then we'll probably just wrap it up here. But thoughts for tomorrow. So realistically, I'm hoping that we continue to respect this level of support. This ascending level of support. I would love to see us continue to set these higher lows. Look at this, like low, higher, right? Continuing to do that. I want to continue that trend, break through here bullishly so that we can start breaking through this level of resistance, right? I want to break this level of resistance around, what's this number? 39, we'll call it 39.26, sure. And then I want us to, we'll test around in here, and I would love for us to break over this 40, right? I want us to break over 40. Realistically, it's very possible that we dip down. There's a level of support around here, 37, 29. If we break through that, I mean, I don't really like any other level. I don't know if we have any other real levels of support, maybe until this $31, right? If we break down this 35, I would not be surprised at all if we see around this 31, maybe $32 price range, but I think we would get a bounce. It's really hard to say. I really don't do like predictions for tomorrow, what could happen. I more so look at the possible of the possibilities, right? I say what I think can happen, and we'll see which way it goes. Obviously I'm bullish, but Fridays typically aren't too green just because they don't want the stock to expire, to be in the money or anything like that. So it is what it is. But I've been here longer than 3 months. Welcome, Lee. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. shout out to Roman on your birthday. But you guys have a fantastic night. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Freaking hungry. And I'll catch you guys later. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Peace.